For our viewers who've been with us this hour, you've seen exclusive live coverage of U.S. fighter jets shooting down the Chinese spy balloon there. The view from Surfside Beach, South Carolina. Exclusive images here on Fox News. And with that, let's bring in South Carolina Republican Congressman Russell Fry joining us live now. Congressman, welcome. My understanding is this was part of your district that this balloon flew over. What were your concerns? What have you been told by officials here in Washington?
We haven't been told much, honestly. I mean, this is right over. I mean, it fell right above my hometown. So we're kind of in the dark a little bit. I think the American people are in the dark. Why was this allowed to go clear across the country for so many days? You look at this. National security is one of the biggest things that any country can do. It is a core function of government. So I think for us in Congress, and I think for the American people, there are a lot more questions than answers at this point.
You're a member of the Judiciary Committee. You're also a member of the House Oversight Committee. Can you foresee the possibility of hearings in the Oversight Committee to get a better understanding of the administration's actions and when and where it decided to take out this balloon?
I think we should. I think we're owed answers. I think the American people are owed answers. I mean, you look at this, when it was discovered by a local press outlet in Montana, it was monitored for days. The White House was completely quiet for the most part about what was going on, what the response was going to be. And look, China is one of our biggest adversaries. So to see this, when people look up in the sky, and I was driving around earlier, and people were pulled over on the side of the road. They were, pulling out their camera phones. A lot of intrigue about this. This is an interesting time, but a lot of people have questions about this. And for me, I'm incredibly concerned about where this was headed and why it took so long to address.
Is there a sense of relief as a South Carolina congressman that this has been successfully shot down, apparently over the Atlantic Ocean?
I think so, and I'm super proud of the men and women at South Carolina's Shaw Air Force Base for doing so. I think that shows our resolve and that we're able to take any task. It was really interesting to watch this spy balloon go over my house and to see fighter planes really circling this balloon as it was headed out to the Atlantic. So hats off to the men and women for a successful mission in taking this thing out.
To be fair to the administration, obviously they were not going to take out the balloon over a populated area along the East Coast, right? So once it got there, they really needed to wait until it got out into the ocean, correct?
Well, I think so, but again, this was at least spotted by local press in Montana, and that's big sky country. I mean, there are a lot of open spaces out there. So why it was ever able to be come into our airspace over Alaska, I think it was why it was able to traverse through Canada and some of our very open country without it being addressed by the administration, I think there's a lot of questions that I have about that for sure.
We are looking ahead to, of course, the State of the Union address Tuesday night. Would you expect President Biden may have a few lines about this incident and the swift action taken by the military once the order was given?
I would certainly hope so, and I would hope that prior to that they address it too fully, to give the American people some understanding of what was going on. Again, this is one of our biggest adversaries on the world stage, and the administration was largely quiet until a local press outlet picked it up. So I think a lot of people have questions, and I hope that they address it sooner rather than later.
Congressman Russell Fry, the great state of South Carolina, thank you so much for your time today. We're glad folks in your district are safe, and we appreciate you joining us this afternoon.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.